Well, I am Rachel Hastings. As a little girl, I would always like to go with my dad to this one famous bakery where we used to live. People would ask me, can't you bake this? Can't you bake that? And then I started the business after work. And it became so much that I had to decide between the two which one it's going to be. Yes, that's how Rachel Hastings today is a full brand. So what I like to do is I like to deconstruct every recipe that I find. I would come up with my own recipes and combinations. I like taking from the one, subtracting from the other one, and just putting it together. And yeah, that's how I come across. They can find us on Instagram, social media, and other platforms where we will provide them with a WhatsApp number, and then they can directly interact with us and order. But also, we are at the Pick and Pay and Flattery restaurant at the Linton's Corner in Pretoria.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya and welcome to the Come Up series. I'm here with my lovely co-host Luandra Jacobs, and our guest today is Rachel Hastings, and she has Exquisite Pastries business. Over to you, Luandra.
Welcome, Rachel, and thank you for doing this episode with us.
Thank you for having me on your show tonight.
Okay, so I'm going to jump straight into the first question. So I would like to know, tell us a bit about yourself and how did your business come about?
Well, I am Rachel Hastings, the brand owner of Rachel Hastings. And how my business came about is as a little girl, I would always like to go with my dad to this one famous bakery where we used to live. And he would buy this Black Forest cake with the granola nut cake and some other pastries. And by doing so and going with him every weekend, because it was like an every weekend thing, by doing so, I always would fall in love with the bakery, and I would even ask them at times if I could taste something. And I always said, no, I want to bake like this. Then I started baking your little scones, your cupcakes when I was at the age of 10 or so. Then I would share with the families and friends. They all would give good feedback. And as I grew up, 16, I just became better. Then I started working. And then during working, I saw, no, the whole pastry thing, it kept on following me. People would ask me, can't you bake this? Can't you bake that? And then I started the business after work. And it became so much that I had to decide between the two which one it's going to be. And because the baking was my passion, I then followed that direction and decided that no, I will go through with the baking. And yes, that's how Rachel Hastings today is a full brand.
Oh, nice. I love that story.
Yes, it's a beautiful story.
Thank you so much.
So what baking techniques do you use to bake pastries?
Okay, so I use your traditional and modern methods of techniques when it comes to my baking. I do a whole lot of research also. So I'll go a lot on YouTube, Instagram, where I would follow a lot of other bakers who is like better than me. And I learn a lot from them. And by so I take from the one and then from the other one. And that's how I come up with my own baking techniques.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So just to piggyback off of that question, how do you come up with your recipe combinations?
The recipe combinations. So what I like to do is I like to deconstruct every recipe that I find. Like, so let's say for instance that I'll take a malva pudding and I will not keep it standard because I don't believe that standard on my side will sell or compete with the rest of the world. So I need to make it unique. So I would take it, I would take some things out, I would add some things in, and with that I will play around to see, okay, no, can I make this malva probably very unique in a taste and different and all? And then also sometimes I love playing around with ingredients in the kitchen itself, where I would come up with my own recipes. So that is what I do when it comes to my recipes and combinations. I like taking from the one, subtracting from the other one, and just putting it together. And yeah, that's how I come across it.
I like that. That's so smart.
And what is your range of your pastries, and what are the best-selling pastries?
So my ranges is like I make biscuits, I make cakes, from your birthday cakes, wedding cakes, I make donuts, I make sisters, I make a whole bunch of things. I make macarons and things. But when it comes to your question, you say which one is your best selling one? I really don't have a best seller. Like all the pastries and all the cakes and things that I put out there, they all actually sell quite well.
And it looks so delicious. It really looks amazing.
Yes. The content is high quality, the pictures, it's so appetizing. So how do you approach your... Pardon?
I thank my team for that.
Okay, so how do you approach your social media content to broaden your customer reach?
Okay, so when it comes to that, my team and I, we try to share as much content as often as we can of all the things that I bake. And with this, we have seen the growth in this whole brand.
Mm.
Mm.
So everything that I bake, they push me to put it out there so that the brand can grow. And we have seen that it actually has increased like quite a bit.
Mm.
Oh, that's good. That's good for your business. And what
Yeah.
is something surprising that you have learned about yourself through your business, through the journey of building your business?
When it comes to that, like I've realized, like, and also noticed, like, that in this business, there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of ups and downs. Like, it's not an easy thing, but the one thing that I've learned is like the strength that and willpower you can gain out of everything, and that you have to push through to make whatever you think is your dream and your passion to make it a reality.
Mm.
Mm.
Beautiful, beautifully said. So, how can one order your pastries, and where else can customers find your bakes and pastries?
They can soon order from my new and upcoming website, which is www.rachelhastings.co. But in the meantime, they can find us on Instagram, social media, and other platforms where we will provide them with a WhatsApp number, and then they can directly interact with us and order. But also, we are at the Pick and Pay and Flattery restaurant at the Linton's
Mm.
Corner in Pretoria.
Is it Pretoria
Nice.
South?
It's Pretoria East.
Pretoria
The
East.
Linton, yeah, it's Linton's Corner.
Linton's Corner. Okay, so we will just put all the
Yes,
information in our description.
yes.
Do you have any advice for our listeners out there? Any piece of advice about business?
When it comes to the business, like I said, yes, it's very challenging, but don't ignore all of that and don't listen to anyone. Just listen to your inner self, your own passion, and your dream. A lot of people will come your way and say, you can't do this. No, it's impossible. Don't listen to that. Follow your dream and it will become a reality. I am here today because I am that reality.
With some good advice. Some good advice, guys. Wow. So, Tanya, do you have any final words? This was a good episode. It was so good hearing and talking to Rachel about her story and her journey.
I just want to say thank you so much for the show, and I just wish you all the success and blessings for your business, and I'm sure it will grow. It will definitely grow into other franchises and possibly more stores, and I definitely want to try it out too.
Thank you so much for having me on your show and for giving me this opportunity to share with your listeners and also for everybody else to even know about Rachel Hastings.
Yes. Thank you so much for doing this episode with us today. And we look forward to the new website that's launching soon. We will keep an eye out on that. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a comment down below and tell us what part of this episode inspired you. If you would like to collab with us and come on our YouTube channel, leave a comment down below and we will get in touch with you guys. We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.